Hello LEGO fans, Maxine here. Today I am going to be a review of a very exciting set that I have received once again from another building blocks brand that I'm not as used to, so I am super excited for this one. It is the PANTASY Sherlock Holmes set. How awesome does this look? Oh my goodness. The layout is very kind of similar and reminds me a lot of like the Friends apartments, the Friends Central Park and the Office set, the way that it's laid out. I think it's going to be such an interesting build. It looks like it's got so many details. We've got the kitchen area here and the main living space. So yeah, just having a very quick look at the back of the box here. We can see we get 4 figs in there. So we have Sherlock Holmes, Dr. Watson, Mrs. Hudson and James Monarty? I totally butchered that name. But yeah, so he is the villain in this set. So let's get on with the review! So here we have all the details on the box. We have a picture of the living room close up, the kitchen with Mrs. Hudson, and the living space area where Sherlock Holmes is hanging out. I love the details on the box here. I think it adds a really nice touch, a bit of sophistication to the box. So yeah, let's open it up. And here you can see we have all the different bags, slightly different to other building blocks brands, but very similar in that they're numbered. And a really nice looking instruction booklet, very kind of Gatsby looking. Love it. Very regal, and we've got a nice introduction to the set, a little biography about all the different characters, and yeah, I just love all the details here, showing you little nooks and crannies of the build, what to expect with building instructions, and yeah, just nice straightforward manual. And we have 183 steps. So let's get on with it. So here is the result of finishing off bag number 1. So we start with the kitchen space area, and you can see the amount of detail that we've already got in there from just completing the one bag. I absolutely love it. Like the little cupboards that open up, all the little details with like the crockery in the kitchen, and also we have a bit of exterior detail as well. So yes, a really nice start to this build. And now we are here at the point where I finished bag number 2, and you can see we've just really beefed up the details in the kitchen, and we've also got to build Mrs. Hudson. I love her little figure with the purple and the little apron and her little teapots and her little hairpiece. Everything is little. And you can see that we've got some detective equipment in the kitchen as well. And now we've finished bag number 3, we are on to the next part of the build, which is the start of the living space area. So you can see that we've used a lot of long tile pieces here to make the kind of wooden floorboard look, and some exterior detail as well. So let's keep going! And we're certainly getting there now. We're on to bag number 4. So as you can see, again, we've just beefed up this section of the build with lots of details, and we now have Dr. Watson in there as well. This looks absolutely fantastic. Look at all the details on the desk there, all the little printed pieces. I love the antlers and the bust on the wall. I think that's absolutely hilarious. And now we've finished off bag number 5, we are starting the new main section of the build, which is going to be the main living space. And again, we've continued the wooden floorboard. We've got this amazing little bookcase that opens up. I love how this has been built with the part usage for this one. And some really nice golden pieces there to make it pop, and a lot of red as well that goes right around the build. And now onto the final bags, bags number 6. We are really beefing up the living room space with all the little details for Watson and Sherlock, solving all of their mysteries with the chessboard, the armchair details there with the big cushion, it's so cute. And yeah, look at the knife on the mantelpiece, the little old school ticking clock, the skull, I think that's supposed to be, Sherlock Holmes' hat hanging off of the coat hanger there, a little old school telephone, and he's also got his little cello, I think it is, with his music stand for practicing that. I love that little detail and that nod to the books. And we've even got more books there on a really big bookcase. I just love how they've used the parts for this. I think it's amazing how much they fit into such a comparatively small space. So yeah, now it's time to click the pieces together. Oh, we're gonna click it all together. Ta-da! Oh my goodness! I think it looks so good! Look at all the figs at the front. Oh my goodness, it's a very busy build. Like, there's so much detail just crammed in everywhere. But as I already said, I love how much detail they managed to get into such like a small build. And I just think it adds to like the chaos in Sherlock Holmes' house. He is a chaotic character. The doorway leads from the kitchen into the living room as well, which is really nice. I love how that's been made to flow. And yeah, look at these figs. How amazing are they, guys? Like, I just think they're absolutely hilarious, and all their kind of little expressions are very fitting to the characters. But yeah, that is the Sherlock Holmes build complete. And so that is my review of the Fantasy Sherlock Holmes set. One thing I did want to say off the bat is that, like in my previous review, yeah, there was a certain difference to the feeling of the bricks to other brands that I'm used to for building blocks, but I feel like with this set, I really didn't notice it as much. It wasn't as significant a feature that I noticed. I don't know if it's because this is kind of more of like a little building build, if you like, rather than like a buildable structure or a buildable character. It wasn't as noticeable. The other thing I noted with this as well is that the little figures that come with the set, they actually come mostly pre-built for you, which I found interesting. I don't know really why that is, because you can take the torso and the legs apart, and obviously you can see how different they look. They go together really well. The torsos are a slightly different shape to what we're maybe used to with other brands. But there are some similarities in that, for example, Sherlock Holmes comes with two faces, so you can see this one here, and then I can spin him around. He looks much different with this very sophisticated look here. So I would definitely note that as well. Also, the torsos actually twirl ever so slightly, which they don't do with other brands that I'm aware of. So that's interesting. That's quite good if you wanted to position them in such a way that, you know, means that they can be facing slightly squinted to a certain direction. And also it's quite nice that they all come with accessories as well. Each little figure comes with an accessory. So yes, I really do like the figures actually. I wasn't sure that I thought they were going to be more noticeable in the difference between them and other brands, but actually they are very cute in themselves how they are. And I would also say the printing on the pieces is actually quite a good quality. If you scratch at them, nothing comes off. So the quality there, I would say, is definitely notable as well. I also think they have a little bit more of a character to their faces and their expressions. They're not as generic as maybe some other brands can tend to be. All the different characters have like slightly different facial like features, so not just a different facial expression, but even themselves, like their little faces look slightly different. So overall, I really enjoyed this build from Fantasy, the Sherlock Holmes kit. I think it's absolutely fantastic, and as I've already said, the amount of detail that we've gone into with the build in the different sections, the little figures in themselves are really cute and sweet and have their own kind of little qualities to them as well for such a different brand to what we're used to. And yes, I would definitely recommend anyone buy this build. I'm definitely considering trying to integrate it into my city at some point. Alongside other similar sets that I've got. For example, from Lego I've got the Office set, the Friends Central Perk set. It's a very similar structure. It actually looks so similar in the way that they've kind of edged this one and attached this section. So there might be a way to modularize this and make it sort of into a building. Because as you can see from the back, they've even put in some back details as well. So there is potentially a way to do that. To make it a building in itself. Yes, I would just like to say another massive thank you to Fantasy for sending me this for review. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up and like it. It really helps me out, and consider subscribing as well if you don't already do so. And until next time guys, I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye!